It looks like a license to print money. A packed dance floor where people gladly pay a $50 cover charge just to get inside. You imagine yourself in the VIP section, popping champagne and collecting suitcases of cash. In reality, you are managing an incredibly fragile, operationally intense real estate and beverage logistics trap. Because the trendy crowd is notoriously fickle, moving to the newest venue the moment yours loses its novelty, your business has a built-in shelf life. In this industry, the cool factor carries a strict expiration date of about 18 months. This creates a brutal central tension. How can an owner mathematically survive a business model guaranteed to die in a year and a half? Every extreme financial tactic inside a nightclub is a response to that question. It is a desperate race to outrun the ticking clock and extract maximum wealth from a captive crowd before they vanish forever. The financial drain begins long before you turn on the subwoofers. Opening a nightclub requires stepping into a physical and regulatory fortress. You build out commercial-grade emergency exits, install massive sprinkler networks, and soundproof the entire structure. Local governments strictly cap available liquor licenses based on population size. You cannot buy a new one. Purchasing an existing license on the open market drives prices from $15,000 in rural areas to over $400,000 in competitive urban centers. Surviving the build-out and securing the license, you open the doors. You see crowds paying a $50 cover charge, assuming wealth is pouring in. But that cover charge is a loss leader. By the time you pay for the world-class DJ, the specialized security staff and promoters, and the jaw-dropping electricity bill to run your lighting rigs, that door money is completely gone. We see this exact economic mechanism at a gas station. The fuel brings in massive revenue, but the incredibly thin margin barely covers operating the pumps. For a nightclub, the music, the lights, and the cover charge are the fuel. They are the high-cost, low-margin retail costume designed entirely to pull a crowd into your building so you can access the actual profit center. Once your guests are inside, the layout is meticulously engineered to maximize their spending. After enduring a stressful, exclusive line outside, they immediately step into a calibrated, calming recomposure zone. Commercial airports use terminal architecture with softer lighting immediately following stressful security checkpoints, signaling the brain it is safe to relax and spend money. A nightclub builds a dark, sensory-heavy version of this. The music is deliberately kept too loud to hold a normal conversation. Behavioral research shows this forces patrons to drink faster and order more frequently. This visual equation demonstrates the entire financial engine. You are charging a 5,000% markup on alcohol, turning a $40 wholesale bottle of premium vodka into $2,000 of revenue in VIP table service. But you are constantly threatened by an internal drain known as shrinkage. Bartenders free pouring extra alcohol to secure bigger tips eat directly into these margins. This vulnerability mirrors the retail grocery business, where shrinkage averages up to 3%, completely wiping out a supermarket's razor-thin net profit. Even with masterful psychological manipulation and staggering markups, your profit margin will evaporate completely unless you institute strict electronic tracking, measuring the exact weight of every bottle before and after every shift to fight your own staff. Gyms can survive for decades on a predictable, recurring subscription model, betting that members will pay every month but rarely show up. Nightclubs have no subscriptions. There is zero customer loyalty. The trendy crowd waiting in a 2-hour line to get into your venue this weekend will move to the brand new club down the street next weekend without a second thought. The moment your 18-month clock expires and your venue loses its cultural relevance, your variable revenue plummets to zero almost instantly. But your massive fixed costs do not care that your venue is suddenly empty. The premium rent, the heavy equipment debt, and the commercial liability insurance remain completely unchanged. Owning a nightclub is a relentless battle of extreme leverage. Aggressive $20 cocktails and massive VIP markups are the mathematical defense required to survive the crash when the music eventually stops and bankruptcy takes hold.